Hello, my brunch Covidians. It's Thursday the 19th of November in the afternoon, and about this time of day, well, 1:37 if you want to be really precise, it's always time for tea break for me. So, just a sip of tea. I'll disappear for but a moment. As I have said many times, the cup that cheers. I'm going to be a bit different today. I'm going to start with a verse from the Bible. I've been reading the Bible pretty much daily for about the last 2 months. Apparently, the old story goes that when W.C. Fields was once found reading the Bible by somebody, they asked him, "What's a man like you, Mr. Fields, doing reading the Bible?" Fields apparently replied, "Looking for a loophole." I love it. But I make no secret of the fact that I'm a Christian, and I've actually been getting a lot out of reading the Bible, quite honestly. But please don't think of me as those kind of judgmental holy joes that are kind of going around slinging the thing at you, or like trying to convert you by constantly quoting it and everything and making you feel worthless and them feel so great. Please don't think that. But there's a lot of stuff in the world at the moment, and there always will be. There has been since time began, and there will always be. Yep. That I think is evil. So I read this verse to you from Psalm 1, and it's verse 41. "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night." It's an Old Testament verse, and I think it has an awful lot of positive stuff to say to us today. To delight and be in step with the way of the wicked, yeah? That be in step with, I did translate it in from German, or certainly I translated the idea of mocking, yeah? Mocking. And it begins, in der Gesellschaft von Sporten, von Sporten nehmen. In der Gesellschaft von Spotten nehmen. Making sport. Mocking, yeah? Mocking, making sport. Don't the Tories do it? Don't they delight in doing it? Yeah. Don't they delight in making sport of disabled people? Don't they provoke a kind of culture in which you're supposed to go around and look at the next person you see in a wheelchair, or even with a hidden disability like mental illness or something, and you're supposed to look at them and make sport, aren't you? Yeah? You're supposed to go, they're not really disabled, they're not really sick, they're putting all that stuff in their head on. All they're doing is claiming benefits, getting money for nothing, just sponging off the state, and it's the likes of our taxes that are paying for them to sit on their backsides and do nothing, and then to get picked up from their begging patch by a driver driving their Rolls Royce. Yeah. Making sport. Mocking. Walking in lockstep. I love that phrase as well. The one who does not walk in step with the wicked. Yeah. Wicked is Schrift in German. Yeah. Der nicht mit gottlosen Schrift. Der nicht mit gottlosen Schrift. I think Gottlosen might be lose God, but swift is certainly evil. Yeah. The idea of lockstep. Don't people just love walking in lockstep with evil? I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm not trying to judge you and say that sometimes I don't join in those boot steps, those footprints of deliberate evil, whether it be infliction of pain, selfishness, greed, whether it is putting my will above everybody else's, whether it is not listening when somebody is trying to tell me something that's really important to them, whether it's not, I don't know, just things that I can indeed, and I know all human beings do, we get into that lockstep with evil. Now, I can't help but think of the Tory government when it comes to examples of evil. Lockstep with those who want to deny help to the weakest. Lockstep with those who tell lies. German for lie is Lügen. Lying press, I think that's made it into the media a few times, probably around Nigel Farage. That's Lügenpresse. Yeah, but lockstep makes you think of Nazis, doesn't it? And the little fascists that apparently govern us, but don't govern us, give our money to their rich friends and corporations, and do behind-the-scenes deals with their friends in high places, that really don't care, that honestly don't care if people are homeless, that don't care that our children are going to school improperly nourished, yeah? They walk together, don't they, in that kind of lockstep of evil. Well, God is calling for those of us with conscience, with decency, with humanity, with compassion. He's calling for us not to walk with them. He's calling for us really in that verse to stand out of their way, to just remove ourselves from them. Yes, we know that we have within us the capacity to do evil as well as good things. We know that. But we who are of good conscience, especially those of us who seek to serve God and to serve others, who seek to minister Christ and in all practical ways, and the humanity of Christ to ordinary people, the Christ who gave himself for others, not Christ in a sense in glory, but Christ come as a human being, a man who had nothing, a man who rode into a city on a borrowed donkey, yeah, a man who even his clothes were stripped away from him when he was executed. Not a rich, powerful, church-controlling, wealth-dripping kind of man. Not that. This is Jesus Christ. There are people in the Tory government who would treat Christ as an illegal migrant. They would treat Christ as an illegal migrant. They would, if he was trying to come over in one of those dinghies or whatever, they would turn him back, or they would sink the boat. Or if they put him up in this country, they put him up somewhere really relatively nasty and they just open him up and they leave him available to the crowds, because then again, you know, those wicked people would want to let's get stuck in on him. Yeah, again, yeah. I post this not just to say read the Bible or something like that. Of course I don't. There's a lot more to it than that. Yeah? I'm not trying to shove any religious belief down your throat either. But I identify with those religious people, those in all faiths, whether it be Islam, Judaism, yeah, Sikhism, Hinduism, anything, those of all faiths, and in many cases those of none, yeah, who are trying to help people, who are giving rather than constantly receiving, who give of themselves, of their time, of their love. This is the message I get when I think of Christ. This is the message from the God that I love. And I preach it to you here. And I urge you, please, don't walk in lockstep with those of evil, particularly in our government. Bye.